I'm here in a town called Moriarty, which is in northern Tasmania, and I'm going to visit a local farmer, Caitlin Radford, and she's about to harvest her first crop of Brussels sprouts. I'm going to see what inspires a 24-year-old to get out there and start farming, and hopefully I can sneak some of these Brussels sprouts and create a cool Asian dish. This is a lot of Brussels sprouts. This is amazing. And you're 24, this is your farm. We're in beautiful northern Tasmania. Is this a new thing or?
This is actually a new thing. So this is the first time we've grown the Brussels sprouts.
Wow.
We've been looking for something a little bit different to get into for a little while, and the opportunity come up because another grower has retired, and here we are.
So how did you get into farming?
So I'm actually a fifth-generation farmer in Moriarty, where we are now. So my grandparents still have their farm, which we rent now, and Mum and Dad are just up the road. So I guess I was kind of born into it, and you could say that it's in my blood a little bit. But I guess I always say that I was employed on the farm the day I could open a gate for Dad, the day that I was useful. But you just fall in love with being in nature, and I think there's something so special about feeding the population and helping make a difference there. You know, we're always going to need food, but obviously when I was little it was the baby lambs and that sort of thing that got me hooked, and I love horses and lots of other things as well. So it's, yeah, I don't think there's anywhere else I'd rather be.
It is beautiful, and then when you come out here, the serenity, the beauty of these, you know, the plants, and like you said, feeding. I think that's our main goal on Farm to Fork, to really connect, you know, our viewers and our fans to who's growing the vegetables. And I can tell you quite confidently, I reckon if I asked 9 out of 10 people, that they wouldn't even know how a Brussels sprout's grown, how it looks. You know, I just think that would be so shocking to so many people. So
it's crazy.
It's amazing, and I don't know that much, so I'm excited to find out more. So let's we've got a lot to get through.
Yeah, we do.
Let's go for it.
Awesome.
So how does it get from a bare paddock to looking like this a couple of weeks before harvest?
So it's a long process. So sprouts are in the ground for about 7 months. So we planted these in the middle of November. They were transplanted, so we brought them from a nursery. There's 240,000 plants in this paddock, which is quite a lot. And there's about 120 sprouts on each plant, so there's about 26 million in here. So they take a long while to get up to where they are now. And you'll see here I've got a top that was missed in one of the sprouts, and that's been snapped out of all of them, so they even up and all of the sprouts are uniform in size.
So you save most of the energy for the growing. Like at home, I'll pick all my limes off my little tree to give it more power, right?
Exactly, yeah. So they're just in the bulking phase at the moment, and they'll be gone in about 3 weeks now.
So then it's harvested, it's packaged.
Yep.
Where does it go after the farm?
So we grow these for simpler. So these will be your bird's eye frozen Brussels sprouts in the supermarket. So they need to be between 22 and 38 millimetres when they're harvested.
Wow.
Obviously, the smaller they are, the sweeter they are. But for the frozen produce, that's what they require.
Okay, yeah, excellent. When I think of Brussels sprouts, I think of how popular they're becoming. I think Brussels sprouts, for a long time, even being a chef, you wouldn't really see them, I think. And if you did see them, they were boiled and served. But now they're just becoming really popular. Obviously, they're so flavoursome when you cook them, or I think the newest thing is not cooking them, using them in salads, you know, just a really beautiful sear, just with garlic, or as even in Asian food, I think they're a perfect meat substitute. You know, everyone always turns to mushrooms and, you know, to replicate that meaty flavour. I think Brussels sprouts, stir-fried, they hang on to their integrity, and they're a really awesome vegetable to kind of fry up. I'm very intrigued. I really want to taste the Brussels sprout straight off the, I think call it a plant, a vine?
Yeah, the stalk.
Stalk, straight off the stalk. I think we should get some, and I want to show you a really unique style of cooking a Brussels sprout.
I'm so excited. Let's go.
Okay. Okay. I hear you're a real chili fan in Tasmania. Everyone loves chili. It's a big, no, I'm just joking. But so what I'm going to make, it's a dish I love to kind of blur the the boundaries of cuisines and try to make a dish using an ingredient that people haven't really had before, and they can enjoy it in a completely different style. And I think that's one of what kind of I fell in love with cooking. I've got a very mixed background, and that was always kind of like the dinner table when I grew up.
I love that.
So Brussels sprouts I find are really beautiful. They're dense, they're meaty. So I think they're a really great kind of substitute for, you know, a protein or a meat, or in this case, probably chicken,
Yep.
where people normally tend towards to go like mushrooms and things like that. I reckon Brussels sprouts really can fill you up and actually take in a lot of flavour as well without becoming soft and soggy. So I'm kind of doing a riff on chili chicken cashew nut with Thai basil, everyone's kind of favourite country Thai cuisine. I've got Brussels sprouts, I got some Thai basil, the cashew nuts, some onion and garlic, and an oyster sauce and fish sauce, and some lau gama. This is a really beautiful, crunchy chili paste that adds a lot of flavour. So this one at home is awesome. It should be in your pantry at all times. Cooking Asian goes great with dumplings and in stir fries like this, or even on top of noodles. It's really awesome. So I'm gonna just light our pan here. I'm just gonna pop in some olive oil and heat that up. I'm just gonna go onion and garlic into the pan, nice and hot.
Lovely.
Just let that cook off. So just making sure the pan stays really hot. That's the trick with Asian. It's kind of like the heat is your friend.
Right.
So straight after that, I'm gonna go in with our Brussels sprouts. Just right from the paddock. And they're quite noticeably quite different. You're very beautiful, fresh, almost like really tender. So you're a big cook at home?
Oh, a little bit. Depends on the time of year and how busy we are on the farm.
Oh, really?
So you cook some big meals up and then you've got meals for the rest of the week.
Yeah,
You're pretty smart about it sometimes.
I get it. I understand. Sometimes I take it for granted working in a restaurant and
I'd eat too much food.
So I'm just gonna pop the lid on that, and then just like I said, they're quite dense and pretty thick, so
Will they take a while?
they'll take a while, yeah, and then we'll season them up, and then we'll just toss them, add our cashew and Thai basil, and serve it up.
Beautiful.
But I'm kind of looking at them, and they seem a few different sizes. So when you're harvesting, would they be around this size, or is that kind of?
So that's why we top them. So you take the top out of each plant and that uniforms the size up a little bit. So we've got to grow them between 22 and 38 millimetres. That's the specifications in our contract. So you can see this one's actually not too bad and it's pretty uniform along there. If they're too big, they'll fluff out too much.
Yeah, I can see here they're really spaced out.
Yep.
And that's the topping, is it? Because it's grown.
Yeah. So it'll have leaves all down it and all the leaves fall off. So when it's ready to harvest, you can see how all these ones are falling off. And then these little buggers up here keep going a little bit more.
Okay. Brussels sprouts are getting a little bit soft. These are actually caramelizing really nice, so I'm going to season them now before they get too soft. So can you pass the oyster sauce? And we're going to go straight in. Yeah, so oyster sauce you can find, you know, at your now, you know, all these ingredients are becoming more and more popular and readily available at your supermarkets. So I really love to encourage people to try something different and, you know, cook a little bit, you know, something out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to hit it with some fish sauce as well. And this will kind of help it soften up. You know, normally I'd maybe add a tablespoon of water, but the fish sauce will definitely help it cook off. And then some of your favourite ingredient, some fiery chili paste.
Not too much, please.
Oh, you might be surprised. You might be surprised.
smells amazing.
Yeah? You
Yeah,
like this?
yeah.
Oh, good. And then we're just gonna let that cook just a touch longer. Then I'll hit it with the cashews and the basil to keep it nice and fresh. So maybe 1 more minute with the lid on. Usually I'm talking to a little bit elderly farmers and I'm asking them the future of the farm, and it's almost coming into the twilight of retirement. But it's kind of cool. You've got this whole journey coming up and this awesome adventure out on this beautiful farm in this amazing part of the world. What is the future for you? What's the future
I
for
guess
the farm?
there's so much still to happen. So as you mentioned, we're sort of at the beginning of our farming career. So Owen and I have purchased this property. We've got Mum and Dad only 2K up the road. So hopefully eventually Dad will want to retire and we can hopefully take over that farm as well and just grow as big as we can and keep trying to explore and try and find new varieties and new things to grow, because it's a never-ending world.
Well, this is your first crop of Brussels sprouts and they're honestly awesome. So I think just keep taking a punt. I think it's working for you. But as a chef, we're really proud chefing's kind of similar when we see young people coming up and changing the game. It's really nice to see the support of farmers as well, which is great.
And it's so important. Like the average age of a farmer is about 45. So we've got to get the next generation coming through, because without them we'll be buggered.
Well, congratulations. It's amazing. So we're ready here. I'm going to go in with our cashews.
Beautiful.
And then I'm going to just put the basil in right at the last minute, because you don't actually want to wilt it and cook out all that beautiful flavour. You want to just leave it in. Same with the cashews. Quick toss. And then we're going to serve it up. So with all these grand plans, you got to have a good partner, I'm guessing, and the support of any local businesses. Is there anyone you kind of want to give a shout out to?
Oh, there's so many people to thank, but I guess the main one is Rabobank for the support they've given Owen and I. We wouldn't be here without them, and it's just so amazing to see everything that they're doing and all the programs that they run that we've been able to be a part of as well.
Oh, great. Yeah, sounds like a great partnership for sure.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good bank manager. We'll keep him around.
Okay, this is time to serve up. It's perfect. I'm just going to go straight into the bowl here. So this could be, a main meal. This could be a snack. This could be part of a shared meal. But you don't get any better than that. Just fresh produce, cooked quickly. All the nutrients are still in there. This is our chili Brussels sprouts with cashew nuts.
Amazing. Thank you so much for showing me how to cook this.
Your Asian cuisine is out there now.
I'll try and replicate it.